Okay, hello. I am at Tatum. I'm at the trail. I just started a video a little while ago, but somebody approached me and with her dog that barked at me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to splice them together or start again just from here, not from the beginning of the trail where I showed you the clouds and the baseball fields, and this little stream beside, and that birdhouse, as you can see. I don't actually even know how to splice videos together yet. And there's also this really cool feature. I love this, what we're going under. But see all these greens. Oh, they're so good for the heart. I'm going to show you this little, I don't know, this little walkway thing, archway that we just went under. This is like the main disc golf trail. There's a lot of side trails around here too I've discovered over the years. I was saying in the previous video, this, not a fan of. Please, please, don't do that. And I have a sort of in-depth story with that, where I actually talked to someone about doing, when they were doing it when I was here, but for another day. Pretty flowers. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, some YouTubers know how to add words to their videos too. Like if they've made a mistake or they need to correct themselves, which I do in pretty much every video. And I wish I knew how to do that too. So there's a few things that I still want to learn. But I am going to retell some of the things that I said in my other video because, in case I don't splice them together, so you'll have missed that first part. But what I was saying was, I like to come out here pretty frequently. It's a really, really good recharge place. And it's pretty close to the house. And I don't live in the woods, so I need something. So when my friend Derek showed it to me years ago, this became like a big go-to. More now, over the past year or so or 2 years. This is kind of like a tree spirit face. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like a cyclops. Hello, sir. But that's like one eye and a nose and a mouth here, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of little tree spirits. Pretty sure there's some bike tracks. Pretty sure this is a gnome home. Yeah, I think this area is a lot more enchanted, shall we say. This area has a lot more going on in it in terms of the other side than it's known for sure. And I mean, I've had, light workers turn their nose up, down, up, Mississippi. All that kind of stuff, stereotypes and things, some of which are true and some of which are very, very false. So, I guess I bring that up because, you kind of hope that people are all open-minded and not making full-on assumptions, especially light workers, but it happens, okay? I know, me too, I get it. This is another friend of mine. Hello. I don't know if you can see the face. Ah, wise one. See how high up it goes. Yeah. So I had this idea to make this nature walk because it's relaxing. It's important to get out in nature, do nature baths. There's a Japanese word for it. I can't remember it right now. If I knew that special YouTube thing, I could write it in the video when I said that. Or I'll just write it under. But I wanted to take you on one of these walks without a plan of what to say. And I may not even say anything at times. But I know some people can't get out to walk. So this is one way you can watch videos like this. Can you hear those crickets, I think? They are loud. Unfortunately, so is the highway. So you can hear a lot of cars. That's the only thing. One of the only things. That's the big thing. More of that spray paint. Yeah. So this is an awesome little area. Used to have benches. I made a video here, actually, a previous video. So you can see some collapsed benches. There's some collapsed benches. Collapsed. But when I first started coming out here, they were full. They were, you know, strong and in good shape. So these trees got knocked down in, I think it was our first big snowstorm for Mississippi. Or kind of got bent over and never stood back up. The weight of the snow, I think it was 5 or 6 inches on them. Something that they were not used to, clearly. And this one too. Just, they were everywhere, actually. They've been cut since then, some of them. But I came out and shook a lot of snow off of them and did some energy work and all that kind of stuff. Tried to help out. To no avail mostly, but the intent was there. I do care about them, as we all should, because they provide a lot for us. If you can't get out and you don't feel like watching videos like this, you can also put a lot of plants in your house. You can start cutting back on the artificial things in your house. Things with chemicals. Salt lamps, I'm feeling mixed about. I have salt lamps. But I always wonder now what's going on the other end. Like, what is it? Is it depleting, you know, the Himalaya salt supply? Who's putting them together? Who's getting them for us? So, I don't know. They've become really, really popular. They put out negative ions into the air, which is what nature does, what the trees do. So, the ones I do use. It is starting to rain. So, I may put this away in its case. But, let me see if I can just round the corner. It's just dribbling right now. I also made this video thinking that whatever came up spontaneously would be something that I talked about. A thought I had on the way over was the phrase, life isn't fair, that's kind of drilled into you. I don't know, by your teachers or something. It's something a lot of people say, or parents, or, that's not fair. Well, life isn't fair. You've heard it. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, what is that about? Why do we ingrain that into people's heads? Maybe it's real, and life isn't fair. Maybe. But I think life is beautiful, and life knows how to equalize things. I think justice is real, in one way or another, even if it's in an energetic sense. And that's fair, isn't it? Maybe you can see some raindrops. Nice. I haven't spent enough time with that thought to fully feel reconciled about it. But I do like to pick apart some commonality, some common phrases sometimes, and think about them. So if nothing else, maybe I put that in your head for you at least to consider, possibly in a different way than you had before. Oh, this thing. Cool, cool. Oh, I see another one. Okay, what is this? I don't recall seeing one like this before. That zoom is not gonna work, is it? I'll just have to go in. Weirdo, huh? I love weirdos. There's one back here too. Are these the famous gumball trees? I'm seeing them everywhere. Pretty cool. Those logs over there, turtles hang out on. They'll hear you coming a mile away and jump off into that water. I was hearing something yesterday about people who, you know, work with the fairy realm and things like that. That they love going to places that have earth access, or, you know, visual to the visuals, I guess, and the feeling of earth, water, and sky. It's like a trifecta. I mean, I'm assuming fire would be awesome too then. Because there supposedly are representatives in the spirit world for all of those. So I guess you're accessing more that way. People don't like these because they show up in their fields and they're invasive. But I looked them up yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's bull thistle. And bull thistle evidently has some medicinal properties. I actually watched a video of somebody chopping it up and eating it. I mean, it looked laborious, like he was chopping off the spikes. There's a basketball that shouldn't be there. I do clean the trash here. Ryan does too. But I don't always get it. Like that basketball. I've seen it there quite a few times. This is pretty Jurassic Parky almost. Sans motors in the background. But yeah, bull thistle. And I think it's related, I mean, all the thistles. So my friend Vernell was telling me about star thistle recently. I think they have that in California more. And then, of course, you've heard of milk thistle, possibly. That's for liver. So, but I've heard that people sometimes, I think instead of chopping it all up and eating it, they will stick it in their mega juicers, apparently, I read in the comments, and then drink it as medicine. So, you know, a lot of these things we consider weeds and invasive and annoying have a flip side. Look at that. And the water property. I'm going to shut this off, but there was a snake. I did see a black snake in there the other day, but I might take it anyway. Let me see, do I need to shut this off? It's really not raining that bad. I go carefully. Alright. I don't know what this mat thing is for. I have one more in a different section. Alright. I think I'm going to conclude this. I hope you have a good day and get out into nature to recharge your heart. They talk about green corresponding with the heart chakra. And nature resonating, I think it's the 528 hertz. The Schumann frequency is something to look into as well. These cool little colors. I see the source of them. I'm not sure. Nice and tall. Alrighty. Bye.